Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic will be Montreal Canadiens top three jerseys. John and Shrems, take it away.
Something about being at the Bell Center and all the statues outside of their storied franchise. Being best dressed in that arena, like we could do two games there and look terrible, but we could look like regal as well. Like some really nice jerseys came out of this franchise.
Well, I mean, you put this jersey in any colors and it works.
Yeah.
I've seen how many colleges, Brown University used it in brown and black, and it looked amazing still.
It's
Like
timeless.
it's perfect.
Yep.
It's the perfect sweater.
Yep.
Even when you go with weird 1992 things and throwbacks. But so for a best of, like, how do you pick the best of?
And we said this during the worst of, like, you've had some real misses in this franchise, and
Enough time.
yeah, I mean, you've passed over so many years, like you're gonna have some myths, but the ones that hit, like, really hit.
And this is definitely our widest ranging in dates because it's all in the details. The details are what matter.
Your historical collection is going to come in handy here.
This is where I
This
shine.
is where you shine.
So, first off, number 3. No, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Phil, when they wear these?
From 1994, I'm sorry,
No.
44. Sorry, I can't read that. 94 to 47. But then they also had it in 2006 to 7 and in 2008 to 2010.
So this was used for a handful of years during the war. Maurice Richard wore these, which is definitely what you know, it's the hockey sweater. You know,
That's the one.
You gotta have your Richard jersey. And so everyone loves this one, and every time you see a concept, people want to put this as the white jersey, the full-time white jersey. And I think it's simply because it matches the red jersey.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a reason to do it. I've very much come around on their regular whites. But it's a good look.
Yeah.
And does prove that this works. Whatever you do, this striping pattern will always work. Now, I will say one of the reasons why it shouldn't just come back full time. So in 90, what was it, 2004, 2003,
0304, yeah.
They did the NHL Vintage Series, which these patches. It was subtle, but he did eventually get
nice. Got it.
The Vintage Series, and Montreal threw back to it one of the times, and you think, oh, these are the same thing. But the numbers they wore, which this is also a Maurice Richard, but is incorrect, so I have to fix it. They wore these in 0304. This is what was worn in the 40s, and I've checked through newsreel footage. This is correct. So you're making updates. Is it the same thing? Are we just going to keep with tweaks and be okay with it? If they do it again, they might do what so many teams and just drop the whole back stripe, which I think is a total cop out. But there's a difference. It matters.
Yeah. That red, that doesn't sit right.
And yet the white just seems to disappear with the rest of this.
Yeah.
So what's the right answer?
Yeah, no, I don't think there is one.
Where it works perfectly on the red jerseys, because that white number is like only the stripes get in the way, if that. On the white, it becomes a much better question of what should it be. Sure. Neither is perfect. But I'll talk that back away.
Now, I'm surprised to see number 2 where it is. I'm interested to see your thoughts on this one.
Phil?
So this is from, I think this is 1948 to present. Says 2011 Heritage Classic, which is what you have there.
So yeah, this specifically is the 2011 Heritage Classic, which simply because I don't have one of these in white, like the normal white, I don't know why I don't. It's been on my short list for a while, but getting one at a good price, like I feel like they're everywhere. Why am I paying a ton?
Right.
And Paul Lucas, who runs UniWatch blog, really explained it well, just how clean this jersey is. It's there's so little to it, but yet everything about it just screams hockey. It's got your shoulders, which is a unique hockey thing. No other sport really does that. The striping on the sleeves is basic and to the point. This set of stripes is not that far off from what it would be, here. It would be about the same.
Yeah.
Right? It does match. It's not like it's completely different, but they made sure that there is some spread between and it's not a perfect conversion of red to white. It's a translation. And so
they made it
right. So whereas the number issue is a problem here. Go ahead, flip it back around where you had it. Like the numbers are an issue here. It's not there
No, not
because
at
you
all.
don't have the stripe is not there to worry about. And whereas this is more of a blue jersey than it is a red jersey, this is still a red jersey for a predominantly red team.
Yeah.
Like it keeps the balance of colors better. And that's the thing. Like, you know, the Rangers are the blue original six team. The Leafs blue, Detroit red, Chicago red. Montreal is equal red and blue.
Yeah.
That balance of colors is essential, and I think this keeps that balance better than this keeps that balance.
I've got two gripes with this. One, this shouldn't say NHL.
Well, you're right. Really, there doesn't need to be a shield there anyways.
No, but two, like what is this?
Yeah, no,
like why aren't we sliding that up? This looks awkwardly placed here, and I don't know.
This is the pitfalls of using the heritage. I should have a CCM or a coho or even a starter in this, and I just don't for whatever reason. This is our placeholder for it. There's also where I think there's a white outline within the numbers on the new ones, which makes it pop even more.
Sure.
But, like, you know, it works.
It's a nice look.
It's a nice look. It's so
very,
classy.
very nice look.
But I'm gonna say the best one. And look, you all know the basics of what's coming. You know what jersey's missing in this look.
Sure.
But it's the details. Phil?
1944 to 1970, so many years.
And a very historic run.
This is when they, you know, the full power play unit, all 6 starting players, including the goalie, are in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
That's incredible.
They were such potent players on the power play that this is why you score a goal and the power play ends, because they put in 3 or 4 in a 2-minute period, like penalty. Like they were that good. Why this era? Well, look, the biggest difference is the collar. The collar has changed a lot. Phil, you want to switch back to you and show you the Reebok collar? It's good. It's fine. The Adidas collar, it's that, but then they've added a lace up, and the lace ups are pointless in this, and there's all it's just extraneous. This is a proper lace up, which I think Montreal should have never lost. Even CCM, they go to the blue, white, blue collar, and it works. There's nothing wrong with it. 1970, they moved to just a plain white collar. But when you're talking vintage franchise, and lace up is vintage franchise.
Lace up, yep, 100%.
It belongs.
Yep.
And this is a Bernie Jeffrey on, and the numbers are high because, you know, there was no nameplate then. But like, you make that little adjustment, and again, it pops just as well as this one does. I just like this design is absolutely perfect for what a hockey sweater, should be, and it's just superb. Like when we do a best ofs, you know that's going to be in the running.
It has to be. Like, but what they did with that, what they did in this sweater, like, it's perfect. Like,
yeah,
it's so well done, and they had so much success wearing them. Like, it makes sense.
So, let us know your thoughts. I think this is infallible, with the exception of realizing this is a placeholder. I think it's a perfect list, and you know, you might think of some the little again. It's all down to little details at this point. So, for Shrems, I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
I'll never wear the dreaded sweater of the Toronto Maple Leafs.